We're going to learn a little bit about Figma and how to use it to quickly create your design. Okay, I'm going to start with basics, a little bit about the environment and those things. Then I'm going to go through some plugins, the useful ones, and I'm going to explain layout, how to create outer layout and all those things, components, variants, prototyping, sharing. These would be the things that we need as just to get started with Figma. So let me create a Figma file. Here you see the plus button at the end. When you hit that, you have two options, and I'm going to choose new design file. Okay, this is the environment that I would see as a new kind of a new file, new design file environment. So I can go right ahead here, change it to like Figma tutorial. Perfect. It seems that I had a file with that name before, so it didn't let me give it that name. So Figma design file. Okay, now it let. So the environment is pretty much simple, like other design software tools. Like on top, we have some useful things like a pointer, like frame section. We have some shapes. We have this kind of line tools. We have text. And here we have some resources, hand tool, comment, perfect. And the right side sharing, prototyping, and the zoom level. And this is my basically user. So if I need to do more advanced things, I can go here, see all those stuff. Okay, on the left side, we have layers, assets, and pages. And we see all the layers of our design file here, and we could work on one page, or we can create more pages as well, like to have different things in different pages sorted out. And assets, if you create asset, I'm going to explain how to create assets and all those things, like components and all those things. You would be able to browse them here and drag and drop the things, the components. On the right side, on the other hand, we have design property things. Like whatever we would see properties here. Like this is, for example, the background color here. I'm going to change it to something a little bit darker. Perfect. Looks good. So then we have the style, exporting, nothing to export, style, we haven't defined style, we can import the styles definitely. And then we have property, prototype, tab, and inspect tab. I'm going to talk about them later. Okay, let's get started with a frame. Like the first thing that you want to do is to create a frame. Like that's the artboard here in this app. So I hit the F button on keyboard, and then I would see all available predefined frames on the right side. I can choose one of them, or I can create my own frame, like by just dragging and dropping my pointer here. Okay, so F, choosing one of them, for example, iPhone 14. Okay, this is my iPhone 14. Perfect. So this is the way that we could create the frames. And now when we have the frames, we see the name here. For example, I'm going to change this name to home page, and I'm going to delete this one. Right click gives you tons of options. Okay, so for example, renaming, grouping, ungrouping, copy, pasting, okay, everything on all of them. But I don't need this frame. I'm going to hit delete button, take it out, and this is how I create a frame. And now I'm ready to create everything, like R for rectangle, or this one. Okay, I create this one. Then T for text, like home. And I would be able to, when I select them, I would be able to change them here. 24, for example, size, and for example, color, this one here. So we can do everything basically with our creation. Yeah. So I believe that's enough for basics. Let's then move to the next part, which is let's see what's that. Plugins. Okay, good. So let me create very quickly this header thing. Okay, and I'm gonna put an image here, for example. Okay, and for this image I need a photo. Perfect. I can change the corner radius to something like 23. Okay, I can change it here, 24. And these are the relative coordination, like the starting x and y, and you have width and height of the object as well. So in order to work really quickly with those things, like I'm gonna go x like 27. Let me see. Yes, it's 27 from two sides. So I'm gonna go 32 here from one side, and the other one changed to 22. So I can either go manually here, or holding the option key, it gives me dimension. So this is 30. No, I'm gonna go change it to, okay, now 32. There are much more smarter way. I'm gonna explain them later in the layout, but okay, let's just stick with this one. And we're gonna need a photo for this one. I have a couple of good plugins here. If you hit this icon here, resources, you go to plugin tab, components. We don't have a component yet. We have a couple of options. One is content reel. Okay, so we can click, run, and here we can go to text. It would create text for us, or we can go to image, and when this one is selected, I can go, like, for example, a photo could be chosen, for example, here. Amazing. So easy. Or I can go, like, create a rectangle here. Another plugin, useful plugin, would be Unsplash for these images and all those things. Okay, I'm gonna run this one, and here, for example, art. Okay, or I can search something here, and then I can choose, for example, one of them, like, for example, this one. Okay, then it goes there. Perfect. So both are like the copy-free images, so these plugins are really amazing. So, and the other thing that I might need here, for example, this would be one, like if this is the profile photo of the guy, I'm gonna change this rectangle to a circle by simply changing this 240 by 240, and if I hit this lock aspect ratio, it would be locked, or shift on the keyboard. So I'm gonna have this photo of the guy here, and then this would be kind of sample work. So I'm gonna go 10, and I need more photos most probably, so, or more artworks. Okay, so I'm gonna select them, and I'm gonna tidy up them here, and very quickly now I can change these to, for example, 24, the space between those things. Okay, and I'm gonna group them all together, like command, like group them. We have two options for grouping. One is command G, one is command control G. No, sorry, command option G. Okay, command option G creates a frame. We can create auto layout and all those things inside the frame. That's a good thing. But if you go command G, it's just creating group, and group, everything would be kind of scalable inside the group, but in frame, no, it's not, it wouldn't be scalable. I'm gonna explain about the difference later, but this is really good. Now that I have three things here, and I created a frame, for example, like Artboards okay, and that's the name that I gave to this. Like you see, this artwork frame is defined under home page frame, and then I can expand it to see all those things, and I can rename them. Definitely, it's a best practice to rename the things like art1, and then I'm gonna copy and paste very, very quickly here art2, for example, then art3, yes, that. Okay, so now I don't see the others. What can I do? I select the home page, this check mark, clip content. I'm gonna let it show everything. So this is the thing that I want to have. And now if I go to Unsplash again, okay, I can now search for art again, and I can change them one by one, like this one, and then I'm gonna select the last one, double clicking, and I'm gonna go like another style. Perfect. So, and then next thing, I'm gonna add some text, like the profile text, name of this girl. Here, change it to name, and here I'm gonna have email address and maybe something else, but these are too big. Maybe name should be 18, and email address I'm gonna change it to 14, and from this medium to regular. Perfect. So now I need a kind of content here. Again, for content real. Perfect. So here we go. I'm gonna go to text, and I'm gonna choose name from here, full name. Resolve. Perfect. So I'm gonna choose email, and I'm gonna go here. I can go address, date, everything, but let's find an email thing. Okay, I'm gonna search here, email address. Perfect. There are tons of different. No, not that much good. Okay, this one is good. Yeah. So yeah, that's a way, like this is a way to use basically this content thing. Like now I'm gonna go and like I hold Option key, and I can then drag, like for duplicating text. Now I have this text here, and I'm gonna need kind of bunch of written thing here, 24 by 24. Okay, the distance. I'm gonna go like what was 33. So I'm gonna go plus 33 here, minus 24. Then I would get the perfect dimension. Good. So now I want to fill in this text box with some dummy text. I'm gonna go there, and dummy text on lorem, some kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna run this lorem, auto-generate. It will fill this with the text. Then here I can go change this spacing. The best practice is 150 and more. Okay, so 150% more. Okay, perfect. So everything's fine now. So yeah, the next thing would be layout, and layout is very important. So I'm going to talk about layout in the next video then. Okay.